name is Ngawa Ngalande. I am in my second last year of medical school at the University Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah in Fez. And I'm at the Faculty de Medicine de Pharmacie de Fez. And I was asked by George, the secretary of Zasam, to do a video on my personal experience as a medical student in Morocco and about the system in the medical school and the advice that I would like to give to the new medical students who have come through. This is my first time doing this, so I really hope that I cover the topics that are supposed to be covered. And if there are any questions, you can inbox me on Facebook. My username is Ngawa Edith Ngalande. Just send an inbox and we can take it from there. So I'm trying to divide this talk into, I wrote some things down, I hope I don't forget anything, into my personal experience and then the school system, particularly in Fez. I don't know if it's the same on all the other faculties, but I think it's relatively similar. And also personal advice that I would give you. So let's start with my personal experience. So I was in the second intake to ever come to Morocco. I am. Well, hardly any left though. So I remember when we came after the bursaries sent us here, 3 of us were selected from Zambia to do medicine. And then when we came to Morocco, they tell us that only one person is supposed to do, who has the opportunity to do medicine. So it was a surprise to all of us. And then it was open to everyone to apply for medicine. So it had to do with your grades at home and your French grades. And then only one person was supposed to be picked. So I think in my intake, about 8 people applied for medicine and only one person was given, and that was me. And so I came to Fez. It was tough, unlike the way it is today where you're already chosen or they give more than one person. So excuse me. And then after that, coming to Fez, it was an interesting experience because there was only one person ahead of me. Like I said, he's in his last year, I'm in my second last year of general medicine. And so coming here in my first year, it was pretty tough because there was practically nobody there to help me and him, because he was also trying to figure things out on his own. And bless his soul, he tried as much as he could to help me. But, I also had to try to figure things out on my own. He was only in his second year, I was in my first year. So going to class, figuring out French, because coming to Fez, I had this notion that, I know everything. I am an excellent student because I had good grades coming from high school. I had good grades in French and, everything put together. My French was pretty good. So coming here and talking to people, going to class, and my first class was anatomy. I remember very well. Everything was in French. And I thought I knew French until I entered the class and I couldn't understand a thing. And the professor was speaking so loud, so fast, and he was dictating everything. So trying to write down things. And now that when I went back to look into my books, there were so many mistakes that I made. But, we put through. It was tough to go to class, not knowing if I'm going to understand anything. I got really discouraged. And I stopped going to class in my first semester, and that reflected in my grades because my first semester grades were really terrible. But then I went into my second semester and got into a good rhythm of studying and I found good company and everything, and then I found that it was easier for me to study, and I managed to clear my second semester, and then it went uphill from there. So it was an uphill battle. There was always bumps on the road. And then after I finished pre-med, we got into the half clinical, half medical years, starting from the 3rd year, where now you have Darija, the Moroccan Arabic that you have to learn and talk to your patients. So that was another hurdle to jump over. but if you make good Moroccan friends, they could help you translate and talk to the patient. So yeah. And then further down the line went into the medical years now, which we're doing. And so it's basically just hospital work and just working with patients, talking to patients, and speaking a lot of Darija. So it's an interesting experience. So my personal experience, I would say, has been up and down, but all in all really good, because I've learned quite a lot. And I could say my experience might not be everybody else's. Fortunately for now, there's so many people ahead of you. If you come to Fez, you find people in Rabat, there's people in Casablanca, there's people in Marrakesh, there's people. So any faculty you choose, you're going to find people ahead of you who are going to help you. And so so I'm supposed to talk about the school system now. So I belong to the old school system. In the old school system for medicine, so in the old system, basically we had we had pre-med, 3 years, 2 years of pre-med, and then from third to fifth year you have medical school, and then the clinical years are 6 and 7, and then you have the last year, which is your 8th year, where you do your thesis and your thesis and anything else that's left for you to do. But in the new system, nobody is really sure about how long it's going to take. If it's 6 years or it's 7 years, not sure yet. They're still trying it out to see if they can squeeze everything into 6 years. It'd be really good if they could, so that you could do it in less time. Another difference would be the fact that you could carry subjects over. In my system, you could carry one subject over in pre-med, but then from in your medical years, and then your clinical years, you don't have any class. So in your medical years, you have class in the morning. You have stage in the morning and then class in the afternoons. So when it comes to your exams, you could leave one module and carry it to the next year, and then you could write it then. But there was no system of compensation. And then the new system, you cannot carry a subject over, but you can compensate for different subjects. So you have a whole module and sub-modules, which can help you compensate for the other subject. I think that one you need to really be face-to-face with somebody for them to explain it. So if you come to Fez or whichever city you go to, you could, take your time, and then somebody could explain the compensation system to you, which in my opinion is an advantage, because there's some strengths that you have, like you'd be stronger in pathology, let's say dermatology, and you mix them all together, and then you compensate for the ones that you're not strong at. So I think that's better than our system, where you needed to be good at everything for you to go forward. So what else? Darija, the language. In the beginning, in the first 2 years, don't even mind trying to learn Darija. Just focus on your French and focus on getting the anatomy, the anatomy and the physiology right in the first 2 years. That's the important thing. And then when you start your clinical years, then you're going to try to use your Darija a lot more. So then you can start thinking about trying to learn it. Yeah, so that's basically all I could give you for the school system. You could inbox me if you have more questions, because I don't really know what people would like to know. So my personal advice for you would be, when it comes to picking your city, which I think you're about to do very soon, don't focus on the city where all your friends are going, or the city which is most lively, like Tangier, for instance. Tangier it's amazing, or Casablanca. Focus on a place where, don't look short term, look long term, because even if you pick a city where all your friends are going, you're a medical student, my dear. All your friends are going to leave you here. I hardly have anybody left for my promotion. So yeah, and also pick a city which you're going to grow in, where you have a good support system. That's also very important. And also make good friends. Just because somebody is Zambian doesn't mean they're your friend. They should be your friend. There's so many people who could help you grow, who are not even in the Zambian community. I have so many friends from other countries, so many friends who are Moroccan too, so it's good to expand your horizons. And study techniques. Each person's different. I could tell you I study everything the night before and I managed to pass the exam, but other people need to study once, twice, three times, and then they'll pass. So each person to their own. So try a bunch of different study techniques. Your first few weeks and months are the time for you to learn and figure that out, so that you get it right. And once you get it right, we could move on from there. Perseverance. Don't just sit around and say no. I can't do it. It's tough. No, you cannot risk to fold your arms and say no, I can't do it. You need to persevere every single day. You have to study and find a good spiritual support system. If you go to church, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, make sure you surround yourself by the people of your denomination who are going to encourage you. If you're Christian, find your church. If you're Catholic, I don't know, find wherever you're supposed to go and stick to it is my advice, because that really helps here. And ask for help, a lot of help. Don't think you're Superman or Superwoman. That will be a downfall. Ask for help when you need it. Ask for help to find an apartment. Ask for help if you don't understand at school. Ask for help. Very important. And do not isolate yourself. Don't think, well, they'll laugh at me if I ask for help. Well, I'm supposed to be this smart person, so what will people think when I ask for help? No, ask for help. Don't isolate yourself. And set your priorities. You're here to do medicine. So how do you set your priorities? Find your goal. What do you want to do? I want to graduate medical school. So then analyze and deconstruct your goal. What am I supposed to do to reach my goal? Am I supposed to study every day? Do that. Analyze your goal. What do you want? When am I supposed to improve my French? What things are you supposed to do for you to advance to your goal early? How are you supposed to study, all that stuff. And set daily planners for you to know, like, today I'm supposed to study 2 topics, so come rain or high water, today I am going to study 2 topics, or I'm going to study for 2 hours. Do that. And then remove temptations and distractions. Temptations and distractions are real, guys. For me, it's series. I used to read a lot of books, but then now, because we study too much or you work too much, you just want to get home and you just want to relax and just watch something. You don't have to think about anything. So watching series has been my downfall a lot of times, but now you just have to remove those temptations from your life, and what else could I talk about? Yeah, priorities. Set role models. Yeah, find role models that could inspire you. If you're into social media, you could follow doctors who you aspire to be like, or influential women who you aspire to be like. That's good, because every time you look at them, you admire them and you follow what they did, and you never know where you find yourself. And don't forget to have fun throughout this experience. Reward yourself. If you say, maybe after I pass my semester, I'm going to go for a massage, do it. If I pass this semester, I'm going to go home, do it. If I pass this semester, I'm going to travel, do it. All in all, it's a fun experience, and I just wish you all the best, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys if you decide to come to Fez. It was nice talking to you, and I hope I covered all the points that were supposed to be covered. Have a good day. Bye.